Ladies and gentlemen, the 43rd President of the United States, George W. Bush and Mrs. Laura Bush.
That it's going to be short as John Kennedy's, JFK's, which was a pretty short inauguration speech compared to others, and it's going to focus on, it's going to be nationalist, populist, and it's going to focus on America, putting America first. And we expect it also to talk about trying to unite America after what has been such a fractious, divisive campaign.
Well, we're seeing the outgoing and incoming flotuses, flotus standing for First Lady of the United States, Michelle Obama there, has travelled up with Melania Trump to Capitol Hill. And one of the big question marks, Dominic, is how prominent Melania, who of course is Slovenian born, will be as a First Lady. Suggestions that perhaps Ivanka, Donald Trump's daughter, will perform many of the functions more usually associated with the First Lady.
Yeah, and I think it's always unclear at the beginning of presidencies exactly what kind of role the First Lady will carve out for herself. And we know from Melania and what's been said about her, she doesn't want a traditional First Lady role. She doesn't want to live in the White House, and at least for the period of time that her son Barron's going to be educated up in New York. From what we've seen of her on the campaign, she's going to be different. She's going to be her own woman. She's not going to be in the shadow of her husband, and she wants to have a role. But exactly what that's going to be, I don't think is fully clear. I think, look at these pictures. It's fascinating how Americans see the inauguration and how vital it is that you have the president travelling, the outgoing with the incoming president, trying to reinforce this idea of peaceful transfer of power after what is always a pretty rambunctious election campaign, but in particular this time, what's been a very divisive, fractious campaign. I think many Americans watching are going to be hoping that they can get some comfort from that after what's been a very, for many people, a troubling election process.
Well, it's interesting talking about a divided America. They've gone for red tie, blue states, of course, Democratic red, very much associated these days with the Republicans along with that cap. We're also joined by Michael Reagan, who can take us through some of the pageantry. And it just strikes me, Michael Reagan, that this all looks a bit sort of 19th, even 18th century, the men gathering in rooms.
They do gather in rooms. What's interesting, this is the day that they don't score things, but the proof is in the pudding. I mean, here's somebody who's been a success in business, and in America, I mean, not going to stay still. Are they going to wonder? Are they going to become one this evening, as he did back in 1981, on what would be tonight? And it was at the Washington Hilton, and Dad and Nan, great moments.
We believe he is going to change in a men's locker room, but we do believe that men talk.
Is that okay? Is that okay for your president?
No, we're not saying it's okay, but we're saying for them to bring up something that was 10 or 13 years.
Trump will get out of his vehicle around about the Trump Hotel and walk a few blocks. That's what's happening here. Cordelia Lynch is also on the route for us. Hello to you, Cordelia. What about the support for Mr.
Wish him well. Wish that he will do great, and we will make America.
Waters, but also the rest of the nation that are scared about division.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think that as the new president, he needs to bring us all together again, because we are a country divided, and he needs to just give the people hope that we will be one country together again.
Do you think in part he is in any way responsible for that division?
I think we all are, he definitely had his part in it, Clinton had her part in it, and the people
offer something entirely different today, or do you enjoy seeing the ceremony?
Is to try to reassure people that he will work for every American. And it doesn't matter.
Is actually coming along to have a bird's eye view of what's going on. Commander Downward, can we come up and join you up here? Thank you. Come up, Dickon, if you would. Commander, tell us why you've come along today.
Well, I'm here because I live locally, and I'm just here to watch the peaceful transfer of power between the two presidents. Being very proud of my country and optimistic we have the future of what we can do.
Okay. And how important was it for you to come in and...
Again, just a fan of being near the Washington, D.C. area.
Okay. And you obviously can't tell us about your political beliefs because, of course, you are military at the moment, are you?
Right.
Aren't you?
Well, several years ago.
So in their own sort of uniform, I suppose, and they are the bikers for Trump, Adam.
And the Remainers, a lot of talk of sucking it up there. Well, what we've moment, so it